In a few words, I would describe it as mind-blowing, challenging, and I think opening new doors is what really describes it. So I've done my PAF project for Coris, which is an investment fund. They have given me the opportunity to work in a direct investment of them, which is based in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, which is a renewable energy producer and also vendor. In this case in the Brazilian market, but they have operations across the globe. And at first it was an assignment where I had to work closely with investors and relationships with investors. But along the way, and I think that's part of what the Prins Albert Fund stands for, we saw an opportunity to participate in a bidding process, which was in this case in Amazonas, to basically win the energy production for Amazonas in the next coming 25 years. And this was an extremely challenging but also I would say mind-blowing experience. Us, like here in Europe, having maybe the luck to have certain infrastructure and taking everything for granted. Right in Amazonas, it was basically starting from zero and entrepreneurial in the sense that like we tried to buy an airplane secondhand to get our logistics cheaper. So it was really spot on. I learned a lot about myself during that experience, and it was challenging, I would say. In the end, we didn't win the bid. At first, and still, I'm extremely disappointed because of that. And let me quickly explain you why, and that is also why this was such a good experience. Brazil is really known for its corruption. Why did we lose it? Because of an obvious case of corruption, which actually a few weeks ago the Minister of Energy in Brazil revoked the bidding process. So actually we now know that we either will inherit some of the projects which we ended up second, or the bidding process will be redone under, I would say, close supervision to avoid any corruption. So I'm actually kind of proud that once the bidding happened and we lost, we were completely surprised about the prices that our competitors could achieve. So we did some reverse engineering. We saw that it was basically impossible. And we really lobbied with the state, with the organizer of the bidding, with the Ministry of Energy, saying like, it's impossible. Either they're cheating you guys and you're gonna end up paying way more than you're signing up for now, or somebody in the process has said like, okay, you don't need to pay taxes, just pass me on a few percentages in my own pocket. And it ended up to be the latter one. But I'm actually kind of proud that we were able to like change something like that. And there's a big process going on in Brazil called Lava Jato to work around corruption and make sure that Brazil is improving on it. And we contributed directly to that, and now I hope that we will win in the rebidding, I would say. So I'm a material science engineer, so I started off working in the petrochemical industry, but I always had a real interest in renewable energy. But like applying for a job in a renewable energy company, being a material science engineer, they said like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm really helpful for Prins Albert Fund to like basically give me the opportunity to reschool myself, start from zero in a business that I was very passionate about but had no background. And actually this bidding in Amazonas, although we lost it, we made like it was so obvious in our company that this is a new direction that we need to head into. And so they asked me to lead a task force on hybrid isolated energy systems. And right now we're building a whole department around that. And I'm the main business developer for hybrid systems globally. So the impact of the Prince Albert Fund was tremendous on my career. I'm pretty sure I would not be in the position I'm at without the Prince Albert Fund. Coris, they kind of located me or leased me out to one of their direct investments, and I'm still working for that direct investment, which is Voltalia. But as Coris is one of the main shareholders, they have a very close contact, and I was, for example, yesterday at Coris. Having a few years of experience abroad, really understanding how cultures work, how you cannot just take it for granted to make a product here and sell it on the other side of the world, just like that. No, it is a lot of hard work going into that. And so just from learning from that experience, I think you will profit from it in your entire career. Besides that, from a personal point of view, it really may be a bit stereotypical, but you get to know yourself better by being a bit isolated. You start discovering your own limits and your own interests. And living abroad is sometimes living at 200%. So you want to really get to know what you're experiencing, and you want to experience it at the fullest. And just having that kind of adrenaline or rush from a personal point of view is also like something really worthwhile.